What is going on, everybody? I'm glad to have you back here with me today. I am Paulybuck. I hope you're having a great day. Stop what you're doing. Stop what you're doing. There's a lot of you out there that watch this and you're not subscribed. It's free. It helps me. It helps the channel. It helps people like you to see this content. I appreciate each and every one of you that do hit that subscribe button. We soared over 500. I think we're sitting right around 512 subscribers. I appreciate each and every one of you. I sincerely do. Now, subscribe down below. You know who you are. Today, I want to talk about etiquette. So, is there proper etiquette when there's a situation of a seller and a buyer? This is just a little story that a friend shared with me and wants to stay anonymous, and that's completely fine. Let's just talk about how many different spots you can buy precious metals from, how many different avenues, right? Let's start. You got Reddit, you've got Facebook groups, you've got Instagram, you've got eBay, you've got YouTube sales. They're popping up everywhere. It seems like anybody who does videos now in the precious metals, YouTube dropped it, they get to their community tab, and all of a sudden you're seeing just posts of silver and gold and, it's for sale. Is there a right or wrong way to haggle said price down? And is there a right or wrong way to say no? I think there is for both, right? It should be a simple answer, but there's still people out there that want to make it confusing and want to cause aggravation for someone who just asked a question, right? So the question is this: my friend made an offer on a piece of metal for $220. I am willing to pay $220 for your item via Cash App. If you accept, I will send Cash App and my shipping information. The buyer did okay, right? Or did he not? The seller didn't think so. The seller respectfully declined, and then a little while later messaged back talking about, who are you to tell me what you're willing to pay? You're trying to buy it for me. You're going to pay what I'm willing to accept. That's acceptable, right? It is, to a point. It didn't need to be said. So the seller's point was, my friend, the buyer should have said, are you willing to accept, rather than, this is what I'm willing to pay. I don't really see a difference there. I don't see an argument other than the seller was firm on his price, which is fine. A sale isn't complete until a seller decides, hey, that's enough money for me, right? So what is the proper way? Well, I think both versions, that the buyer, potential buyer, said, this is what I'm willing to give you. And the seller is also right by saying, this would have been acceptable. Would you accept X amount of dollars? So I don't see the seller's argument there as far as etiquette. Now, bad etiquette. Hey, man, this is all I got. This is what I'm going to give you. Take it or leave it. The seller doesn't need to take it. Not with a conversation like that. If that was me, I don't even think I would respond to somebody like that. That's just bad etiquette. You can have conversations back and forth and be cordial with everybody. That is a great sale. Again, my friend, if you're watching, you did nothing wrong there. The seller just had a bad attitude. That's the way I feel about it. Let me know if you've had any bad representation of yourself or a bad representation of a seller that just didn't you think you did something right, but the seller thought you might have did it wrong, and that you were kind of jabbing them on even asking for a lower price. Don't feel bad for trying to ask for something lower, because the seller can accept. It's just like anything. Just because someone has a price on something does not mean that's what it's going to sell for. All it means is that's what they're asking. And you don't have to be a dick about it. You do what my friend did. You make an offer. This is what I'm willing to pay. Whether you accept or don't accept, it's fine by me. Let me know down below. Have you had any bad run-ins with anybody as far as a seller? I really have not, because most generally people are pretty fair on their prices. I mean, you see it everywhere. 10-ounce bars pretty much go for the same price everywhere. On peer-to-peer, you're going to be looking for $265 to $300. That's what it is, depending on what you want. If you're looking at Royal Canadian Mint, you're going to be looking a little higher. If you're looking at Buffalo bars, you're going to be looking a lot lower than a Royal Canadian Mint bar. Same with gold. If you're looking at Prospector 1/10-ounce rounds, or if you're comparing them against American Gold Eagles, it's all going to be different. And you got to know what you're going to be looking at. Somebody's not going to sell an American Gold Eagle for the price of a Prospector unless they're hard up. And you can find that. Do yourself a favor. Hit that subscribe on your way out. Let's make this fun. Keep on stacking, everybody. Have a good day.